For years, you've been touching your wife the way movies, friends, and instinct told you. But what if I told you that much of what you think you know about intimacy with women after 50 is completely contrary to science? How would you react? Many men over 50 confide in me like this. The desire is still there, the feelings are still there, but every time I get close, I feel like something is missing. She doesn't look at me the same way anymore, no matter how hard I try. The problem isn't that you're weak or out of date. The problem is that you're ignoring the areas of touch that aren't the parts of a woman's body that actually respond the most, the areas that neuroscience has shown to trigger connection, safety, and desire. I'm a doctor who specializes in men's health, especially men over 50, and in this video, I'll show you 5 hidden spots on a woman's body that, based on neurological research, give you exactly what younger men don't have: strength, experience, and the ability to slow down at the right time. And if you watch until the end, you'll know what that tool can do during your next intimate session, not in a trick way, but in the way her nervous system and hormones actually work. Point 1. The neck, the starting point of trust. Before we get into any complicated techniques, let's start from a place that seems almost familiar: the back of her neck. This is the soft skin just behind her neck, below her hairline. Most men, even men over 50, know that kissing the back of her neck makes her scared of you. But most people do it wrong. Too fast, too sharp, touch once, and then let go. Scientifically, the nape of the neck contains many nerve branches that go from the cervical spine to the brain. When kissed gently, slowly, and combined with warm breath, women easily secrete substances related to connection, trust, and relaxation, not just simple stimulation. In other words, for men over 50, this is the area that helps you compensate for what age takes away. Instead of strength and speed, you use slowness, presence, and steady hands. The practice is very simple but requires combat. When hugging her from behind, in the kitchen, when standing by the window, or before going to bed, you do not have the familiar silent breathing, but gently lift her hair to one side, letting your fingertips glide very slowly over the skin of the nape of her neck. Only then do you go down, put your lips on the back of her neck, and hold for 2 to 3 seconds, breathing slowly, feeling her breathing change. Normal young men can't stand this pause. But if you're over 50, this slow pause is your thing. It tells your base of interests: I'm not smelly. I'm here for you, not just for myself. From here, we continue singing the next sensitive feelings. Number 2, behind the ear, a nervous system calm switch. Once you've unlocked the nape of the neck, the next area that almost always comes along is one that young men often make a lot of noise about, but men over 50 can turn into an extremely sophisticated weapon: the area behind the ear. At first glance, it's just a small patch of skin right behind the earlobe, where the ear connects to the cheek. But neurologically, the ear is where many sensory receptors are concentrated and is linked to the vagus nerve, one of the main lines that controls the relaxation response, heart rate, and sense of peace in the body. Simply put, when you touch the area behind the ear properly, you're not just numbing the senses, you're helping her nervous system slow down. For men over 50, this is a huge advantage. You don't need to be loud, you don't need to perform. You just need to know how to use slow breathing, a deep voice, and light touches to turn the area behind the ear into a safe haven. Practice like this. When you two are sitting close together on the sofa or hugging each other in bed, don't rush into the classic areas immediately. Lean over, place a very light touch on the skin just below her ear, slightly towards the neck. Don't suck, don't bite right away. Just let your lips touch lightly, hold a breath, then slowly move up to the earlobe. At the same time, your voice is the second layer of feeling. When you are close to her ear, say very simple, slow sentences, no need to be romantic. I'm here. You've worked hard today. Slow down a bit, no need to rush. The combination of the warmth of your lips, your breath, your familiar body odor, plus the sound of your voice will create a very clear signal to her brain. I am safe. I am loved. I can relax. Young men often turn the ear area into a loud, startling place. If you are over 50, you can turn it into a place to help both of you slow down, and then everything else will naturally become easier. Spot number 3, her lower back, sacrum the support touch. Think of her lower back as the place where her body asks, "Can I lean on you?" I'm talking about the small area just above her hips, over the base of the spine. In medicine, we call it the sacrum. This area is packed with nerves that talk directly to the pelvis and to muscles that stay tight when we are stressed. Gentle, steady pressure here can calm the body and improve blood flow. In simple words, this spot helps her relax and feel supported. Here's how to do it in real life. When you stand behind her in the kitchen, on the balcony, or in the hallway, place your palm flat on the center of her lower back. Do not poke with your fingers. Use your whole hand, warm and steady. Add a very slow movement. Slide your hand down a few centimeters toward her hips, then back up again. Your message is, "I'm here. I've got you." If you're over 50, this fits you perfectly. You don't need speed or show. You need a calm, firm hand that tells her nervous system, it's safe to let go. Spot number 4, her scalp and hairline, the stress off massage. Now we move to a spot most men ignore, her scalp and the line where her hair begins. The skin on the scalp has many tiny nerve endings. That's why a good head massage at the hair salon feels so good. For a woman who is tired, anxious, or overthinking, this touch can be more powerful than any sexy move. Try this when you are sitting on the couch or lying in bed together. Let her rest her head on your chest or on a pillow. Slowly slide your fingers into her hair, close to the scalp. Use the pads of your fingers, not your nails. Make small circles on the top of her head and along the hairline, especially near the back and sides. Go slow. No talking is even okay here. Just breathe with her. If you're over 50, this is where your patience becomes a superpower. You are not trying to turn her on fast. You are helping her body drop stress. A relaxed woman is a woman who can feel pleasure and connection much more deeply. Spot number 5, the center of her chest, over the heart. The last spot is not about excitement. It is about emotional safety. Place your focus on the center of her chest, over the breastbone, slightly above where her heart is. This area connects to the muscles that tighten with worry and to the part of the nervous system that controls heart rate and breathing. Use this touch when she is talking about something heavy, when she looks tired, or when you both lie quietly before sleep. Here is a simple way. Sit or lie next to her. Slide one arm behind her back to support her shoulders. With your other hand, rest your palm gently on the center of her chest, over the bone, not squeezing, not rubbing. Keep your hands still or move in very slow, small circles. Match your breathing to hers. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. You are not doing a trick. You are telling her body, "You can breathe with me. You are safe with me." For men over 50, this is the most powerful message you can send. You may not have the body of a 25-year-old, but you have something younger men often lack: presence, patience, and the courage to slow down. These 3 new spots, lower back, scalp, center of chest, plus the neck and behind the ear, can become your quiet, reliable toolkit. Not for performance, for real connection. Why these 5 spots work: simple science for men over 50. Let me pull this together so it's not just random romantic tips. All 5 zones we talked about: the nape of the neck, behind the ear, the lower back, the scalp, the center of the chest, have one thing in common. They are rich and slow, gentle touch nerve fibers. These fibers don't react to pain or strong pressure. They react to warm, caring, patient touch. When you touch these areas slowly and with intention, the brain can release more bonding chemicals like oxytocin, turn down stress signals, link your touch with safety, warmth, and emotional connection. This is why I keep saying, if you're a man over 50, you have an advantage. You are not trying to prove how wild you are. You can afford to slow down. You have lived long enough to understand that real intimacy is not a performance. It is a conversation between 2 nervous systems. You do not need the body of a 25-year-old. You need patience, presence, and gentle hands. Those are things younger guys often don't have. The right mindset for men over 50. Every technique I've shared becomes useless if your mind is in the wrong place. If you think, I have to impress her, I have to be perfect. If this doesn't work fast, I failed. Your body will feel tense. She will feel that tension too. Instead, I want you to think like this. I'm here to explore, not to impress. I'm here to help her relax, not to rush her. I'm here as a mature man, not as a teenage boy. When we grow older, our bodies change. That is normal. But our ability to connect, to listen, to pay attention, that can get better with age. Men over 50 are not outdated. You are at the perfect age to become a calm, confident, slow lover. If you are willing to learn and practice, your action plan for this week. I don't want you to just watch and forget. I want you to test this in real life. Here's a simple plan for the next 7 days. Day 1 to 2, practice the neck and behind the ear. Use them when you hug her from behind or sit close and talk. Go slower than you think you should. Focus on her breathing, not your goal. Day 3 to 4, add the lower back. Whenever you stand or walk behind her, rest your hand on her lower back. Keep it warm, steady, supportive. Let your touch say, you can lean on me. Day 5, try the scalp massage. In the evening, when she looks tired, offer a short head massage. No agenda, just care. Day 6 to 7, use the center of her chest. When she talks about something serious, or when you lie in bed, place your hand gently over her chest bone and breathe with her. Let that be your way of saying, you're safe with me. If you're a man over 50, this week is not about being amazing in bed. It's about becoming the man whose touch makes her body and mind finally relax. If this opened your eyes to a different way of thinking about intimacy and sexual health for men over 50, hit the like button so more men in our age group can find it. Then, tell me in the comments, which of these 5 spots feels easiest for you to start with this week? I'm Dr. Claire Monroe, and I read every comment myself. Your story might give courage to another man over 50 who feels alone in this. If you're a man over 50 and you want more science-based, practical tools to improve your sexual health, intimacy, and confidence, subscribe and turn on notifications. I release new videos every week, made specifically for men over 50, not for teenagers. And if you know a husband, brother, or friend who quietly worries about this part of his life, share this video with him. The more men understand this, the better our relationships become. In the next video, we'll talk about how blood flow, erections, and emotional connection are tied together, and what men over 50 can do without trying to act 25 again. Stay steady, gentlemen. You're not done. You're just getting started in a new way.